Hey GenderqueerChat viewers, I'm Christina and I'm subbing again this week. The topic is, do you think that genderqueers have more problems in romantic relationships, and would you be willing to date someone who doesn't really understand you? And I'm assuming by understand you, it means your gender identity. So, I have not technically dated anyone as of now. Like, I've had, experiences, but it's not been, I haven't had a real relationship yet. So, I don't really have a lot of experience to, and knowledge to give you guys on this topic, but, I can give my opinion and what I know about what I've heard about other genderqueer people and their experiences. And that is that yes, it potentially can pose more problems in romantic relationships to be genderqueer. Whether you want, it can be, those can be worked through though. Of course. There's issues of, depending on how dysphoric you are, there's going to be issues with surrounding sex, and certainly getting a date can be potentially more of an issue, because not everyone would be willing to date a genderqueer person. Yeah, so that might be an issue. My issue with getting a date, I don't think has... I'm assuming it doesn't have a whole lot to do with my gender identity. It's... I don't know. Let's not even go into that realm. But for genderqueer people, yeah, there's certain issues that you could work around, that can come up, but you can work around them. Issues of, mostly surrounding dysphoria, I would think. Whether that means being dysphoric about certain parts of your body, or I think what I would be more concerned with would be dysphoric about what your place in the relationship is. Like, I can't, and answering the second question, I can't date somebody who would see me as strictly dominant or strictly submissive. I don't like that situation. And whether that's a genderqueer thing, whatever. You can make the argument that, because usually females are seen as more submissive and males are seen as more dominant, right? So, I can't deal with... That's why I don't know if I could ever date... It's unlikely that I could ever date a cis man, because... Or, I don't know. It's unlikely because I don't want to deal with being constantly put in that box, of, well, you're the, more submissive. I can't constantly be more the submissive one, and I can't constantly take the role of the dominant one either. Like, there's got to be give and take. I don't know how straight relationships work. Come on. I have no clue whether that's... there's got to be some give and take, right? But, yeah, so I don't know. I would have to date someone... I don't know if they would necessarily have to know or have to completely understand my genderqueer identity, but they would have to, like I said, I can't always... Because I've had experiences like that. Experiences where it's like I constantly having to be, making the moves, and it's like it gets a little annoying eventually. And there's experiences that I want in terms of I want to be not always dominant or submissive. I want to be whatever the heck I feel like in the moment, basically. If that makes sense. Whether... Depending on what you see as dominant or submissive, right? In terms of, like... What comes to mind is, like, I don't want to always be the one holding them, you know, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't want to be the... I don't know if this makes sense. I don't want to always be the one holding them. I want them to hold me sometimes, and etc., etc. And I mean, sex can be the same. I mean, you can figure that out. The same idea. So, you know, that's why I'm like, there might be an issue dating a cis guy in that case. So, but, you know, with the same token, I don't know how dating certain cis women could go. Because some of them are like, I want a girlfriend who shaves her legs and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I can't do that. It's not happening. That just doesn't click with me. So I'd have to, I don't think I could date someone who, just sees gender as binary. You know, I can't deal with that. Somebody who wants a partner who is very within the binary. You know, if that's what you want, I can't do it. So, that's where I'm at in terms of my trying to get a date and yada yada yada. So, problems that genderqueer people can have, I think, you know, being boxed in, you know, you don't want to be, I would assume other genderqueer people don't want to be boxed in to certain, you know, gender roles, and issues surrounding dysphoria, which, you know, varies from person to person. I don't really have a significant amount of dysphoria concerning my body, especially when I'm dating someone, or if I'm dating someone, ironically enough, interestingly enough, that whoever I'm dating, I would be like, I mean, I'm dating you. I trust you. I, like, have at her. This not, I don't have that dysphoria surrounding my parts, in terms of dating situations, sex, and whatnot. So, yeah, but certainly that's an issue that can come up. You know, same with trans people in general. So, that's about all that I have to say on the topic this week. So, the bonus question is, are you afraid of heights? And I am, to a certain extent. I think if I know that I'm safe, it is not an issue. Like, I live in Calgary, we have the Calgary Tower. Calgary Tower, as I think the CN Tower has, I think, as well. Maybe other towers in North America, probably, in the world. Has a certain section of it has a glass floor. So you get the main floor, and then jutting out is this glass floor, and you can look down at the street, and I have no issue with that. And I never did, even when it first opened in, when was it? 2005? Something? I can't remember. Something like that. In any case, yeah, I don't have an issue with that. And I've gone ziplining a couple times, and I don't have an issue with that. And yeah, stuff like that. Like, if I know that I'm safe, then it's no issue. When I do have issues is when basically the onus on being safe is completely my responsibility. For example, skiing. I haven't skied in a while, but last time I remember skiing, I was almost 12, and Canada Olympic Park over yonder, somewhere in that direction. That was, I went up, no, I haven't used the chairlift, but they had the T-bar back in the day. So you're holding onto this bar, and you're going up, and I went farther than I should have. And so then I'm, like, trying, and I have no skills, and I'm trying to turn. I have no turning skills, I'll say that. and I'm trying to turn, and then I fall, and then I'm like sitting there for a long freaking time until somebody like helped me up, because it was sad. It was a sad moment. So that was a moment where I was like, this is bad, and yeah. So if the onus is on me, it's a little bit like I can do hiking, but I can't do I don't think I could do like extreme, rock climbing or something like that, unless you have the skills. If you have the skills, if I had the skills, I might be more comfortable with it, but if I don't, then there's an issue with heights. But, yeah. So in certain situations, I am afraid of heights. Anywho, I think that's enough for this week. Tomorrow we get to Earth tomorrow. Next week, which, by the way, the last day of next week the last day of, the Sunday, January 6th, is my 22nd birthday. Meaning, there's different ways that you can say that. I'm turning 22 years old, by the way. You could say that the day you were born is your first birthday, in which case it would be my 23rd birthday. But people don't say it that way. So, I'm turning 22 years old, regardless. So yay, happy birthday to me. Anyway, as I was saying, next week we get to talk about religion, which will be a interesting topic for me. Since, that interests me. So, and I shall see you guys later. Bye.